I really gave some thought to that. I think that's what we all do every day. Every day that we're here, we're always thinking about tomorrow, our kids, what we can do today to provide for tomorrow. So just to outline a few thoughts around building a legacy, what that means. Specifically for me, create legacy. Building it, creating something already. So people, children for organization that Mr. Angela just spoke of, that's the itself, that regardless of the numbers, regardless of the help, it still continued. Years down the road when Pastor Clyde is on down on the rest of our years. But it's already established. They know Pastor Clyde in the city of Atlanta. When we get a little bit further on legacy, also something that benefits the next generation. Noah was born in, actually, no, both of them. Both were born in the church. Regardless of what they do in life, my kids, that is, I'm speaking of, they know to come back to God at the end of the day. That's the legacy that's been created from grandfather to mother to grandson. That's legacy of knowing who and where to turn to when you were in need of help. That's being able to provide something that's going to benefit the next generation. And legacy doesn't always have to be, well, CEO who is ailing from a sickness that will for before shining light. We can create what the Bible actually says. It's given us the power to create wealth. And wealth is not always money. It's that ability to have your children come home for every holiday. Have your children working beside you on the technical, having your children speak before you in church. That's wealth. That's some form of wealth, whether you know or appreciate it. Because we got a lot of parents who don't have whose kids are nowhere to be found. For wayward, who are out there. But having your kids with you, that's wealth. Having your family, that's the practical things to build a legacy. Write down family traditions. All I have a friend who he's a baker. He and he's my age. He learned to bake from his grandma, and he's now teaching his two daughters who now have a small kitty bakery. That's a family legacy that he has created and continuing to build. That's going to continue with his kids and on. That's now three generations down. That legacy for that family. We have the power to do that. God has given us the power to do that. Pass along skills. I teach my kids to do everything because guess what? I'm not going to always be here, and I need you to be able to know how to do something. Teach them how to balance checkbooks, how to go write checks, how to manage your funds, how to go look for a job. We knew some adults who did not know how to mail a letter years ago. So teach skills. There's a wealth is knowledge. There's a having the knowledge, that's wealth. A lot of folks around here don't know simple things that we take for granted. So pass along skills to your family, to our children, so that they are able to keep what we are building, keep it going. There's nothing worse than to work your whole life. You have someone who now takes over and it crumbles because there's no one available who can continue it on. Um, I know a lot of people were Facebook friends, and I speak very frequently of this. My season in my life right now is to be intentional. Again, be intentional with everything, even when it's something you don't want to do. You're not getting the recognition you want. It doesn't look like it's manifesting the way I want it to. It takes intentionality to have done this for 23 years, whether it's one person here, whether he's preaching to himself, whether we're in COVID and he's home talking to a camera, something he never was really fond of doing. It takes to being intentional, keeping that internal fortitude to keep going, moving. Um, as, as Sister Minister Angela just said, God will always provide. He'll always see you through. Just be intentional with it. Give him the honor, give him the praise. Being intentional. I try to be intentional with my faith, my family, my responsibilities. Um, Again, can't stress enough the intentionality it takes to who's been on a job here for years, because we're in the I'll go get another job in a minute lifestyle right now. So, but to do ministry for 23 more than 20 years, that's just how long Pathway has been established. But ministry has been going on for well over 23 years. Leave a legacy. Start small and keep it going. It's a to end on this note. When I was thinking about building a legacy, and recently in Egypt, I was looking at the pyramid, and it really is they're individual blocks. I mean, how long did it take to build that? But every day that you are working towards something, you're building your end result legacy. So keep it going. Halfway, I'm so proud to have been a part of this for all 23 years. It's amazing to see that with this small church and the magnitude that we have on our community, on the city of Atlanta. So again, continue with the works that we're doing as minister and see what the next 23 to infinity on looks for this church, but I know it is going to continue to be great. Take action, intentional, do it with love, give God the praise and honor, and watch and see the move of God continue to take place on this church.